Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to present the Rainbow Push and Citizenship Education Fund's 2009 Lifetime Achievement Award to a hero to all, and a man I have the distinct privilege of calling my friend, Kareem Abdul Jabbar.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for your very gracious response. It's really a pleasure to be here with you this evening. This has been quite a week for me. It started out with me sharing something with the public that I never shared before. I'm a very private person, and ends up with me being introduced to you by my friend and one of my heroes, Mr. Herbie Hancock. To hear him say the things that he said about me, and knowing that he's from Chicago and has been a Bulls fan, and that a guy playing there at war number 23 that was a pretty good ball player. I'm totally flattered and thankful for his introduction and your reception. So thanks, Herbie. It was really a pleasure. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I'd like to wish Reverend Jackson a happy birthday. He has set the tone and pointed the way in so many ways for people of my generation. I can remember back to the day that Reverend King was assassinated, and seeing Reverend Jackson's picture there with the people on the balcony down in Tennessee pointing at where the sniper so cowardly shot Reverend King from. And from those days to the present, he has shown leadership and courage and encouraged all of us to be at our best. So congratulations, Reverend Jackson. Thank you, and please keep up the good work. I have an issue with him because, Herbie mentioned that my latest book is called On the Shoulders of Giants. And sometimes we forget about the fact that certain people stand on the shoulders of giants. I was reminded of it a year ago this month when I was watching the Victory Parade in Lincoln Park in Chicago. And I hadn't thought about certain things. And I was reminded of all of it when the camera flashed on Reverend Jackson and he was crying. And the reason that he was crying is because he knows what the struggle has been, starting from the time of Frederick Douglass to the point where a black American could be elected on the merit of his character. And his tears really reminded me of what we have paid to get to that moment. And I started crying. And I always thought myself as a tough guy, but he broke through that. And again, thank you for reminding us, Reverend, that we all pay a price, and we all have to give respect to those who went before us. Mr. Obama definitely is standing on your shoulders. There's one issue that I wanted to bring up before I make my exit, and that is the disparity in healthcare for black Americans in our nation. This is a very important issue for me. Black Americans suffer disproportionately from the effects of various cancers, leukemia, prostate cancer, lung cancer, and several other conditions that not necessarily have to be that way. It does not have to be that way. But one of the problems is, in our culture, it seems that for people in our community, we won't go to the doctor. We won't get regular checkups. We won't go see the doctor when we're not feeling good. It has been said that it is a cultural phenomenon that black Americans will not go see a doctor unless they are so ill that they cannot work. And at that point, they go to get medical help, and they find out they have a condition that has proceeded so far that it is become life-threatening or is going to very intensely affect their lives. We have to change that. I was very fortunate in my own life to notice that there was a difference in my health. I'd been able to have regular checkups just as a condition of my employment. Every year I had to have a serious checkup, and I realized that this was the best way for me to go about caring for my health. By going to see a healthcare specialist, right after I realized that things weren't exactly right, I was able to detect the leukemia that I had contracted and do something about it. And I'm very happy to say I'm in remission and on my way to living the rest of my life as well as I can. Thank you. So for all of you out there, when you go home, when you go back to your communities, wherever you came from, no matter where it is in the country, I want you to take that message, regular checkups, and understanding that you are responsible for your own health. That is the greatest tool that we in the black community can use to improve our lives and longevity. And I wish all of you the best. Allah is the most merciful of those who offer mercy. I am living evidence of that. Thank you so much.
Together. Put your hands together. Let's hear it one more time for Kareem. Now, let me make this last appeal before we do our birthday closing part. I want to make special mention to Dean Cole, the first black comedian writer ever hired by The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien. Dean, please stand. Give him a hand. Put your hand together. The first. Give him a hand. He's in the back. Give him a hand. I want Sarah Trail. Sarah, come here for a second. Sister Maxine, come here, please, and Diane. This young lady, she makes quilts. She's a seamstress. She's written two. Come here, Diane. Diane, will you get away from Jabbar? Come over and take this picture. She made this. Go, show it.